Today we're installing a Patriot mag release into an AR-15 platform rifle. We're working with a registered California assault weapon, so we're okay to do this with the gun completely assembled. First thing you're going to do is remove the existing mag button or the bullet button. You can watch videos on how to remove a bullet button if that's what you have in your firearm. If you have a standard mag release, then you're going to work at this point. You're going to use something to push in. Let's use the wrench that is supplied so that it makes it easy. Going to push that in on this side, and working on this side you're going to back this out of the gun until it falls free. When it falls free, just set it aside. Out of this side will come whatever mag release unit you have. So starting with a stripped receiver, then we're going to take the mag release. You can use an ambidextrous with the Patriot mag release or a standard. Insert that into the side of the rifle. You can use either spring, the one that was with it before or the one that we've supplied. Drop that into the weapon. You're going to set the Patriot mag release over that shaft while holding the back. And you're going to use the castle nut that we've supplied, installing it while holding down. Just give it a turn or two so you're not fighting the spring anymore. Okay, now that'll hold. Use the wrench that we've given you. You're going to rotate that down, holding the mag on the other side until the release is just touching the top of the rifle with the dust door closed. Okay, that's very tight now. I'm going to back it off a little bit. It doesn't actually have to be touching at all times, just a very slight space between those two of maybe 300 thou. Okay, now we're going to push, make sure that we don't have enough movement, but we have plenty of movement. You're going to use a punch for this to drop a magazine. So in this case we do have enough, but I'm going to back that off just a little bit so that it's a little bit easier to drop that magazine, again using the center of the Patriot mag release at this time. When inserting a magazine and removing a magazine, both that receiver has to be open. Okay, so we've now tried that. We're going to close this rifle. I'm going to push that closed, and I should not be able to push that by using the center bar, so we're good here. Okay, at this point in time, if you're happy with the operation, again, making sure that that center button is not releasing a magazine when closed, but does release a magazine when open. And what you're going to do is you're going to take a little super glue or red Loctite. You're going to drop it in that assembly. And then you're going to see in the kit there's a small screw. It's actually a throwaway screw. You're only going to use it for installation. You're going to drop it underneath the bar on the side of the gate, okay, so that any force doesn't bend this top tab when you're tapping with the hammer. Should not be able to bend it, but you need to make sure that's in there, otherwise you will bend it. And you'll see that this has a small side and a large side. Small side goes in first, and then you're going to use anything you need. You can use an old takedown pin without the extension. You can use a screw, whatever it takes, or you can use a punch. So just to make it cool, we're going to use the punch with that screw underneath. I'm going to take that and just lightly tap that. If I want to, I'm going to close this, maybe put my hand in the back of that. While it's raised, just give it a couple taps. And that screw jumped out after it was done. Still just a wee bit raised. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to support this from the back here. Put my little screw back in and give it a nice tap. Got to make sure the screw's in there each and every time. Okay, and now that I'm about flush, I'm going to leave that and go back with another tool and bring that down to just below flush. I'm going to stop when it's just below flush, and that should be up against the center nut. The little center that was in there, that disc is now up against that, prevents the movement. Thank you.